people! How are y'all doing tonight? So we are now on part 3 of starting over from the beginning. We have made it to Limsa Lomenza. And our next quest is to go back to the airship landing and go to Ulda. But of course I had to attune to the aetheryte crystal here in Limsa so I can easily come back here. Let's see where the airship landing is. Maybe it's back here. 1 minute while I'm in the city. I am at level 18 and I have level 10 gear. That is not cool. So, I'm gonna fix that real quick. That's a pretty teal armor. Almost matches my hair. I mean, you gotta watch the purple kitty dancing in her underwear. I mean, who's not gonna stop and look at that? Alright, let's go. Here. Shirtless dude. That is a pretty staff. Supplier. There we go. I don't need battlecraft gear. I need magic gear. There we go. Yeah, I do not want that mask. I don't care if my hat is low level. I do not want that mask. Let's see here. Comparison. A little bit better. And it's purple, so it'd match my pants. I only got $1,000. Gotta have better gear, though. Got good pants. And I don't have enough for the boots. Well, at least I can update my outfit a little bit, so now I'm the purple grape. I look like a grape. Back over. Oh, that's super pretty! Oh my goodness! That is so pretty! What weapon is that? Figment of Spring. Must be from the Mog Station. That is pretty. Like how somebody else is looking at it too. I like that. It's beautiful. I'll never do Dark Knight. Alright, let's get on with our questing. Go over here to the lift attendant. We can go to the airship landing, or we can go to Ulda. Greetings, ma'am. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ulda. A pleasure to serve you again, ma'am. Are you ready to board the airship to Ulda? Yes, I am. Board the airship. Yes, yes, I will. Riles attendant. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ulda, ma'am. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Go. Welcome to Ulda, ma'am. We've been expecting you. Flame General Ralban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustine Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. How the heck do I get out of here now? That's a bar. I'm guessing go over here. Lift attendant. Aw, he's such a cute little potato. Hustine Strip. Oh, look at another little potato. Or as others call them, lalafels. The Gridarnian envoy, I presume? Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, ma'am? My thanks. Ah, yes, the seal of the Elder Seed Seer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
You know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Garleans. So, my counterparts have educated you. Oh, I trust Melib to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from other neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zon Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Isambard to heel. And so the Legatus became the Emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then sits its sights upon Eorzea.
But the conquering empire is now an old man of 4 source winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late.
But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legatus Gallus van Belsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us. And not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we have yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garlean stir and Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire. Even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we were to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Kane will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for.
Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate?
I will speak with her grace myself.
Very good, sir.
The Elder Seedseer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer.
Woohoo! I got my little minion.
my lady envoy. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been a pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Laminza in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official business visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Badarin, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none better credentials than you. Badarin would doubtless be pleased if were you to offer him your services.
Gotta go all the way back to Limsa. I don't think I have that much money. Let's see if I can take the airship. I mean, I do have the money to teleport, but I really don't want to spend it because I'd rather spend it on pretty things. $120 gil is a lot cheaper than 600. That's for sure. Sometimes you gotta be crafty in your spending habits.
Oh, going backwards. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in a... Hi, I'm Badron. All right, who's asking? I heard I had a job for a capable adventurer, ye say. Well, you're bloody right. Just so fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for no faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. If you think you're still interested, let me know. I'll fill you in the details. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come out straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious looking boogers I've been sneaking in and out to the Shastashta cigarette, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Elport and find out where they're heading up. And find out who they are and what they're up to. Doesn't sound like much to know. But it weren't so long as Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Biderin, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't your Chief Yellow Jacket himself. To what do we owe this rare honor, Commodore Reiner? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Elaport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Shasasta Sigurd included. Their search revealed little, save that the family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In the light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sasashta again. But with the Zagajin testing our defenses lately, I'm loath to assign the task to a limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it's settled. Sasha is located in western Lanaska. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Melpa. She can be found at the ferry docks in the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lass.
Like there's a little thing. Into some etherite crystals. I can teleport around a little bit easier. You hear about Commodore Reiner's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Elaport. Once you arrived in western Lanaska, though you best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sashas. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sergra. The hall is on the way to Sashashta, just north of Alaport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Now we're in Alaport. And as always, run straight to the Ethernet current.
Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of Sasasha's sea grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. Smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it'll be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sasasha Sigurd, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Alright, so if you are really new at this and are like completely new to gaming and group combat, then I suggest you go to the Smith and work out the little kinks of working as a team and how to heal and move your controller and controls properly to be able to heal others and do combat in the same time. But if you're like me and are not completely new, we're just gonna go right to the cave. I totally bypassed the cave while I was yawning. My bad. Please tell me you're on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship being slipping around the Isles of the Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since the vessel was sighted. Thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. It's when we received word that men of questionable quality had been passing in and out of Sasasha here. We weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancy serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around the caves, find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Woohoo! Our first duty has been unlocked. And once again, if you are new, you can read through all of that. When you go up to an entrance of a duty, you can either play with a party of NPCs or computer-generated characters, or you can enter a party with other players. Normally, it's more reliable to enter with a group of other players. The NPCs like to stand in stuff and die a lot. Since I'm a healer, I really don't want to deal with a lot of people dying. And because I'm a healer, insta-Qs. Looks like this guy is gonna go ham for me. Means a lot of healing.
just wants to go ham. Use the up arrow key to get to yourself, and then you hit the down arrow key to get to the tank. Well, apparently he guessed correctly. What I'm doing. This tank wants to go ham and collect everybody. Ooh, I leveled up. Shit. Crap, he's dead. And now I'm gonna go back. And now I'm dead now too. That's what he gets for bringing over 4 freaking groups. I only have Cure 1. I don't have my entire thing that I can do stuff with.
So the red mage put up chat. Are you a bot? Beep boop. Must serve the humans. I wonder who he's talking to, me or the tank? I currently do not have a keyboard hooked up to my system, so I cannot really talk back. If I do, I'll be using like keyboard controls, and that's just a pain in the butt. Final boss done. It's going down pretty quick, actually. I gained 2 levels in that dungeon. That's surprising. Everybody left. Wow, I received 2 player commendations even though everybody died.
Just to show that people on Final Fantasy XIV are quite nice. There are a few of them that are a little unsavory. But most people that you find in Final Fantasy are quite nice and very helpful. Alright, let's got 3,000 gil now, so now I can definitely teleport. Instead of using a ship or airship or regular ship. And here is the elevator. Go back to the Drowning Wench. We can talk with the dude who can't talk right again. Woohoo! Belderon. Aye. Such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sasashta? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course. For there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader! Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will overcome in time. You would not think to stride in battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, my lady. Back then, are we? With your limbs and the tail to tail, I wager. Kind of want a little country with that voice. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd have a crack a pirate skull or 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and a scaly bastard set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll carry out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to Final Shasta, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now I bet you're dying for a rest. But just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking another job. It just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk need a venture
what can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you best bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with the fishback infestation, I doubt there's anything you can't handle. Give us a shot when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Are you ready? I am ready. I am ready. Ready to hear about that job done? Like I said, the request comes for our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. Whatever it is you get asked to do. Somehow, I doubt it posed any trouble for a venturer that has survived as Beldam in secession. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Manoni, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. Alright, looks like we're going to Gridania, which is good, because I have a job quest. Right. Going back to Mother Mione. Should be so excited to see us. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come and take your... Oh, it's you, Teal! 'Tis so good to see you again. What's that? You hear at Bedarin's suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Minoni, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward. And good morrow to you too, Bow Lord. Your needs must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. Good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman for all seasons. You certainly have a knack for appearing when most needed. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Depcroft. The place was once in Gilmorian settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been sulking about the Depcroft with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalmud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the deep crop with orders to flush out the cultists. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted our attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but entrust the task of dealing with the lambs of Delma to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter? You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray, make your way to the Deep Croft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all.
Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide and keep you.
I'm gonna go to the Conjurers Guild and grab my job quest. She has that awesome sword too. She also has like the whole outfit. Yeah, it's probably on the Mog station. Alright, so now we're gonna go down to Conjurers Guild and talk with Master Sumizion. Sumizion. Greetings, Teal. You radiate the confidence of a conjurer who neglects not her study of the elements. I confess I have no lesson for you to learn this day. Instead, I would ask that you aid me in the education of another. Yes, I speak of Sylphie. After no amount of prompting, bordering on corrosion, the child has finally promised to attempt to embrace the forces of nature. But I'm afraid the matter is not so easily resolved. Sylphie has never attempted to learn the basic offensive skills that you and most other conjurers mastered before first venturing into the wild. As such, she is ill-equipped to undertake the trials which furnished you and your peers with an understanding of the elements. Put simply, she is no match for the tainted spirits of nature. But if a more capable conjurer were to accompany her and purify the corruption in her stead, it may yet serve to impress upon her the power of the forces at work. I bid you take her on a pilgrimage around Twelveswood and give her the opportunity to witness these confrontations firsthand. Earth, wind, water. She must know them all. Show her the majesty and the primal ferocity of nature. As it was with you, let Earth be her first lesson. Sylphie waits for you at Bembridge Meadows. Pray forgive my presumption, but I thought it best to send her ahead while her conviction remains strong. Once you have located the patch of corrupted soil at Bembridge, draw forth the tainted sprite and let her witness the struggle that ensues. May the elements aid you in this endeavor. Okay, let's see where this is going. Well, it looks like that's close by to the etherite crystal, so let's see here.
like she's hanging out with the vegetables. And there's corrupted soil. And I don't need to talk to her first. Cool.
It's rock with rock. It's rock with rock.
And that is the process. Woohoo! Ah! I wasn't scared. I was just a little startled, that's all. It was as if a massive solid wrath had erupted from the ground. I never felt anything never mind. We have to head to the Bannock next. Let's get this over with. Apparently, I don't know my directions.
I wind with rock. Who's going to win? Wind. Who's going to win? Wind or rock?
Gods! The wind blew straight through me. It felt both gentle and sharp at the same time. I can't explain it. This is something you can conjure? Let's be on our way. Last one's at Lilystone. Where's Lilystone? All the way down there. Yay! And I have to run it.
who wins, water or rock. And rock wins again. The lake is so beautiful. I never noticed how clearly the sky reflected on its surface. I never noticed. Let's head back. I'm ready to speak with the guildmaster now. Alright, well, she's gonna head back. I'm gonna go to Temtera so I don't have to run all the way back here. You're Teal Vixen, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Delmald. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity, put an end to the Sith's astral era. Cultists took the lesser moon, Delmud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Delmud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Delmod are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that is now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the Sacred Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Alright, let's do this duty and see if I can keep everybody alive. Oh, dear Lord. And you want to clear your selection first before you join a different one. Otherwise, it'll have you join the exact same one even if you click on a different one and hit join. That won't work. You have to clear your selection with the button at the bottom before I'll let you switch to a different dungeon.
Alright, let's commence. See what this place has for me. wasn't very nice of the Pictomancer to go on its own without the tank. That is not good etiquette.
shape of his purple orb, he would be, you know, like a creepy eyeball, I would think. That's my first impression of, you know, creepy purple orb. Big purple eyeball. Nope, it's just big purple squid food. Why does he keep like running so far away just to run back? Nobody died! Woohoo! Nobody died that time. Yay! And everybody left. No commendations for the healer. I get to go back and the Stillgate Vein and speak to Leone, so I go back to Lugudana. Leonie's closest currently. We'll go to her first. Welcome back, Teal. I am reliably informed that your foray into the Deep Craft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. For Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly indicated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls, such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. Ah, as if to illustrate the point. Avir is gone! It's all your fault! If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would be alive. But I tried! He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We shouldn't have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, some parting advice. Get rid of Veer's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, all right? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Veer. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. It makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ulda. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in the task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ulda. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Teal, and good luck. Alright, so before I go do my daring do, I'm gonna go hand in my job quest. Welcome back, my avid conjurers. How fared you in your encounter with the elements? Sylphie, did you sense as Teal cleansed the sources of corruption? It's hard to explain. It was like hearing voices cry out in joy. And I felt their happiness wash over me. The world seemed sharper, more alive. It was almost as if nature were speaking to me. But why, Brother Isumi? Why did my mother teach me to avoid this side of conjuring? What was she so afraid of? There are certain truths that hide behind the masks of our words. And there is much that your mother didn't tell you. Hey, Cosmic! I've been doing pretty good, been keeping busy. Also got some baby chicks. That's been keeping me really busy. But you needn't seek the answers at once, Sophie. Even now, your mind wanders amid the sudden indentation of awareness. The first time we connect with nature can be a wonderful but disorienting experience. I suggest you allow yourself some time to adjust to this new perspective.
Yes, Guildmaster.
You have my gratitude, Teal. Thanks to you, Sophie has taken a most important step. You heard her mention voices crying out in joy, did you not? It appears the mother's gift has been passed on to the daughter. Such sensitivity is not something one can achieve through meditation and training, but a blessing that only a few fortunate chosen receive. And, as you have no doubt surmised, Sophie's mother was one such person. The misunderstanding of that blessing, however, was what led her down such a tragic path. We cannot allow Sophie's astonishing talents consume her in the same manner. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. The girl has barely awoken to her potential. And for that potential to be fully realized, your support is yet needed. I suggest she failed to mention that the promise of your involvement in her lessons was the reason for her to change her heart. You must underestimate the impression your quiet determination has made on a young Sophie. If modesty prevents you from acknowledging your own good deed, consider this task part of your training. For conjurers are healers of wounds, but they, physical or otherwise, walk with her on her journey, and together explore the myriad mysteries of nature.
That's what I got on currently. So I've got 3 little chicks. One is named Sunny for Sunny Side Up. The other's Hammy, which is what goes better with eggs and some ham, besides bacon, of course. And the other one I named Tally. Apparently Tally's some video game character that randomly popped in my head. A video game I've never even heard of, but apparently somehow knew of. But they're doing good so far. We got them on Friday. And had to get a new heater for them because the heating lamp was just scary with the thought of fire hazards. So we got them this little heating pad thing that they stand underneath, so it's kind of like a mother hen. Yeah, they're super cute little chickies. Even got a picture of them looking like they're in a mafia. It's so cute. I should probably put that on my Instagram or TikTok. Maybe. looks like we are going to Ulda. Ah, crap. I went to Ulda and it hit the aetheryte current. Well, this is a predicament. I guess I have to go to Limsa to hop on the airship to Ulda. Well, let's see if I can go to this airship and see if I can go to Ulda this way. That was my bad. Should have hit that aetheryte current before I left Ulda. Let's see if I can get to Ulda this way. Aha! I can! Sweet! And travel to Ulda. Yes! Well, I guess this way was cheaper anyway to get to Ulda. It probably would have been like 700 gil for a teleport. Whereas this was just 120. I think this is the most I've ever used the airships. Oh, that's pretty sad. Aetheryte current, aetheryte current. I almost did it again. It's the aetheryte current. There we go. All right. I'm gonna go to the Adventurers Guild and talk with Momodi. The aetheryte current that's right outside the building, because I know I'm going to be going back here quite a bit. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you aren't from Brown? You aren't here for ale? Are you Teal Vixen by any chance? I only sent word that you be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. But that ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Shan. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handing your petition is here. So, this winsome lass is much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I'm Papa Shan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Teal of your mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine, an Amagina and Sons mineral concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Heckeshires. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mine during the begone Thorn dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners plied their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence was forced at the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Heckeshires to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Heckeshires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. Grottle. Where did I get that from? They must be seething. Indeed. And that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end
to this sorry business. Gods bless you! I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best.
In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear?
Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of the Amarina Sons is presently at Quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So, if you're the adventurer who volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you got skills to go with them. 'Cause things ain't pretty down there. The Heckashire's left the place in the right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell Mines was old when the second UL dynasty was young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for a building effort, the concern would have never thought to reopen it. We know full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under mountains worth of rock 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery grind to a halt for want not to build with. The stone torches keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. I hope the nation's resting on you, friend. Good luck. Right, so looks like I can go out of here. I'll take a nice leisurely stroll at night through Ul'dah. discovered a new location. Awesome. So much running. Before I go in here, make sure I got my recommended gear on. Hoo-hoo-hoo, no I don't. There we go. Recommended gear on. There's been an incident inside the Copper Bell mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained. But for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell in the Heckeshires? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at will. And once again, clear selection. Hit Copper Bell Mines and join. Alright. Man, I love instant queues. Oh good, looks like most of us are newcomers. Hopefully they won't be too eager to kill everything at once. My stab looks like a dragon. That's cool. Hey, this person knows that you're supposed to run through all this. Not a complete new person. I'm just gonna keep hitting through one, because that's all I've got. And it keeps wanting to get hit by everything. Things calm down, so I can hit some things with some rocks. That's a big bull. It's a booger.
leveling up a lot today. Well, I didn't even get to look at what the heck it was, because I got everything. While I am here, let me get that Horizon, Aetheryte crystal before I head back. Eventually I'll need to go here. Might as well get this crystal now. Wow, I got to level 25. That's crazy. Could just use that Aetheryte crystal to jump right to the Adventurers Guild. Oh well. Nothing a speed run can't fix. Ooh, a duty. Ah, the conqueror of Copperbell returns! Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation is in your debt, friend. I shall share the good tidings with Papa Sean next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine! You stole from me! Don't even think to deny it! Please, sir! I didn't steal nothing! I bought this and paid for it with me own coin! What rot! You refugees are all the same! Can't afford maggoty mold meat, much less choice cut dodo! I'm gonna say one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know? Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities need to hear from your crime.
ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as me witness. Please, adventure, help me. I beg ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this murmur's farce. You lot teach them a lesson. I'm gonna go fight the big man. Go throw rocks at him. That was easy. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventure. Thank you twice over. I'd swear there are more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. It's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived in the immediate aftermath of the calamity, they were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had been either rendered barren, cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, things do take a turn for the worse. We always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what the price is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some were able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins! Get your Dodo tenderloins! Guaranteed cheapest in Thailand. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ulda was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, and you see no end to the misery and suffering.
Ma'am? Are you alright?
What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Sorry by the meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that?
Oh, I just noticed Ida hiding behind the pillar.
Grr. I'll overlook this, but just this once.
God bless ye, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knew what that monster might have done? I don't bear to think about it. Case closed. Hello again. We've been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably, and never once faltered in the face of Murad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a gil by doing so. You've convinced all of the qualities we seek as an adventurer. Of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, thank you, Ida. And there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you were bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too. We'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning. For we also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on our offer, I sincerely hope you will.
Pray, speak with Momodi, the proprietress at Quicksand. Is a good friend of ours, and she'll tell you where to find us.
Wait a minute. We haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, defenders of justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She knows already. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Teal. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. Look at you. No one would ever guess you've been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every Ilma the adventurer Minoni said you'd be, Teal. And the station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there is a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing your time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn till dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer. He swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had the fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, all of you that you have accomplished, I find I'm inspired, just as Veer once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Teal Vixen. I shan't forget. Thank you, Teal Vixen. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be cruel, bleeding blisters. Time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought you'd be a right pain in the ass looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Teal. Eh? What do you say? You want to know about the science of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Teal, the science ain't no ordinary folk. And the work that they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first. And the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on the account of being Aldanen. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task. And so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Teal. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanland. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Teal, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as I helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, will ya? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. See, now wasn't it a good thing that I attuned to the Horizon Aetheryte Crystal? Lot less running to the Waking Suns. So much running to the Waking Sands. And I don't even have a chocobo yet. My chocobo. I want it so bad. Like so many tunnels of wasted space. Before I go to the Waking Sands, though, I am going to talk to this lady. She opens the dyes and the glamours so that you can personalize your gear. Godspeed good. Never in my life have I seen such an unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost of form. The mere sight of you fair makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Be a dear and buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I've moistened my throat, we shall see to the business of remedying your appearance. Oh dear, 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 this will never do! My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go out dressed like that? Oh, my dear, if you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. I hope your garb holds up during a scuffle, because there's little else going for it. That's it! I've made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see. So much of that needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be a dear and let me get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched. And this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the Paste and ask Falkland. I'll have some blood orange juice. And tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Off you go. Cyrus sent you? Did she? That woman. I've never known anyone to be so lazy. Would it kill her to come and get it herself? Here you are. You shouldn't let her push you around, you know. Give her an L and she'll take a moan. And then while I'm going about it, I'm going to get her second orange juice from this merchant over here. Just items. And go down to orange juice. And click it. And purchase one. Tell, have you brought me my orange juice? Unless you have forgotten, the merchant who sells it can be found just inside the northern gates. I almost gave her an ether potion. Phew, that's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color into your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants, which allow folk to dye their outfits a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use. Adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. Practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer the change in appearance. And a change for a better. It should also gladden you to know that the garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there's no fear of getting locked into one color. The garnished pink that seemed like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. And that is all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out of here and bring some color into your life.
Oh, how's that drink coming along? This girl really loves some blood orange juice. Oh, delicious! Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe, too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? You know, dear, you look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original object stays essentially the same. It just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top, or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try. And do make it quick, dear, for my sake. I'm finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Dang. I've just been whipped. Glamour dressers and in-rooms are now available. You can use the dressers to transform items into glamours and create ensembles for quick and easy use. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning from the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. I would think you would not sneak up on me like that. Now please be advised that this is a private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at behest of Ida and Papalimo, my sincerest apologies. May I have your name? Teal Vixen. Teal Vixen. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The Antisent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I take it you're Teal Vixen. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia is eagerly awaiting your coming. This way, if you please.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minthelia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. For we are fortunate to have a number of influential allies at the word from me, and they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied to you. The right to employ retainers, for example. You are familiar with them. They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a coming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You'll need to consult the retainer Vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you and your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence to our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship. I'm sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with the Order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afoul. It is Wild Rose. Pray, keep it safe. All right, people of the internet. Is that time again where I am going to end the stream, and we will continue with Minfilia and the Order of the Seventh Dawn and our journey to get a Chocobo for part 4. I hope you all have a great evening and stay warm out there. It is awfully cold where I'm at. Good night.